let's go intro. Welcome to Alex TV. Yeah!
What is up, my guys? Hi. So it is actually, right now as I'm recording this, gonna be June 6th. Yeah. Don't mind the loud cars. That's really not important. Please don't worry about that. I know they're loud. I live on a highway, okay? But my filming schedule has kind of been wrecked, and I don't know what to do about it. Because usually I film on Tuesdays, edit throughout the week, and post on Fridays. But I'm going to band camp, not next week, but the week after. And so I'm just trying to get videos filmed and edited so that I can have stuff to post throughout the next 2 weeks, because the next 2 weeks are probably going to be busy for me with packing and everything, and also going to camp. So I'm just filming. I have probably edited about 2.5 hours worth of videos in the past week, and that's been a little bit crazy for me. I'm not used to that. But I'm super excited for band camp. I'm gonna be on campus the whole week, and I'm not good. Period. I'm not good by no means. I actually suck at my instrument. That's why I do color guard. Hi. But I enjoy band camp because, like, I like music. I like playing my instrument, good or not. And I also enjoy the environment, being around so many other, like, musical people. Like, you can definitely tell by the atmosphere. And yes, band kids are weird. I've only been to band camp one time. I got barked at a lot. Yeah. But I don't hate it. Because I'm weird. Because I'm a little weird and I bark too. I'm a band kid in my core at the end of the day. I am a band kid. And it's a nice atmosphere to be around people who don't care about what other people think about them. I think that's awesome. I do think that's pretty awesome. It's really cool getting to talk to people who are very musically inclined. I'm not musically inclined, though. I was in the last band, like, second to last year. On God. I didn't practice the music until, like, the day before we went to band camp, so that was fun. And I've got the music, so I could work on it. Am I going to? No. Actually, I should have been working on it for, like, probably this whole month. Haven't looked at it once. Anyways, I will look at it probably about 2-3 days before, and that'll be that. Yeah, I made an absolute fool out of myself in that band room last year. Oh, God. Like I said, I only had 1 day of practice under my belt. I went in there. I just played, like, 2 notes. And then they were like, oh, okay, next piece. How did I get second to last chair? Don't know. Actually, I do know. It's because that girl was a beginner. Yeah. Yeah, that was her first year band. Hey, that was my 4th. 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th. Yeah, that was my 4th. Yeah, I know. I suck. Like I said, I suck. And if I practice more, I wouldn't suck. I do know that. But it's just, like, so tedious and so boring. And I hate practicing. So I'm not. But I like playing my instrument, so that's why I go to a week of band camp. Also, the food is banging. Let me tell you what. That food is to die for. And also, I've got my best friend, Silly, my girl, Silly. Sylvia is also going to band camp. She went with me last year, and it was a good time. We got to share a room. We were just together all the time, and I loved it. Like, I didn't hate a single second of it. That girl is truly a saint on this earth. Yeah. And we thought that we were going to make friends. We only made one. But he was a good time. I haven't talked to him in a long time, though, and I don't think I ever will again. Shout out Joseph. I enjoyed that guy. Speaking of my absolutely rank filming and posting schedule, how did y'all enjoy last episode? Or that might be the episode before last. I'm actually not sure when I'm posting this episode. But how did you enjoy the Tiffany plate video? Did y'all like it? I decided that I wanted to do something a little bit different just because I knew I was going to have to be filming a lot of episodes back to back to keep posting. So I was like, well, I might as well let the topics, I guess, replenish. So I just filmed an eating video. And it was almost an hour long. Oh my gosh, so much footage. So much footage. Y'all don't even know. That in itself was almost 2 whole hours of footage that I had to edit through. Ow! Oh! Yeah, not fun. It wasn't fun. It was really a lot of just watching, me. Okay, I was watching myself watch water boil. For like 2 hours. Those eggs took forever to make. I hate boiling water. I hate it. It takes so long. It's so inconvenient. Like, just start boiling. Just get hot. It's not that hard. Those eggs were not understanding the program. They didn't know what was up. Most boring video I've ever edited, ever. But it's posting right now in my time. Did y'all hear my stomach? Oh my god. Anyways, for me right now, that video is still posting, so I hope it does good. I think it'll do alright. My views have been kind of low, so I actually don't know that it'll do that good. I think I'll make a post about it, hyping it up. It's definitely different from what I've been doing, because, you know, what I have been doing is just a lot of sitting in my room talking to myself. But I actually went down into my kitchen. That's pretty fun. And I boiled eggs. But actually, I thought that I wouldn't like the Tiffany plate at all. It's actually kind of fire. I've eaten another one since that video. I think I actually was editing the Tiffany plate video while eating a Tiffany plate. I didn't boil any eggs for that second Tiffany plate. That took forever. It's so worth it, and I know it would have been worth it, but it just takes so long. That was like 30 minutes that I had to edit of just me waiting for water to boil. Never again. I don't want to ever record me boiling eggs ever again. Just because of the editing process, like. But I hope y'all enjoyed it. I had a good time. Because I just got to pig out. I didn't have to, like, think. I didn't have to actually, like, think and talk. I just had to narrate what I was doing. And that was kind of nice. Like, give my brain a little bit of a break. You know what I mean? So, if any of y'all want to see anything else like that, or any recommendations on, like, something that I could do, comment it. But I won't be able to do it until probably about next month. Or the end of this month. Because I'm having to record 2 podcast episodes this week and post them over the next few weeks. But I will get to it. Trust and believe. I will get to it. Something else that's been going on in my life, I've got AP language next year, and we got work. We got summer work. I've actually got a lot of summer work, and I think I need to start doing it because it's no longer May, it's actually summer, and I gotta get to work. They gave so much work. And one of the assignments for AP Lang is to read a book, and that's going to be 1985 by George Orwell. I've actually been kind of interested in reading that book. Believe it or not, I'm not a big reader, but I do want to read the classics just because, like, it's the classics. You gotta read them. You gotta read them. It gives you a little, like, insight into what people thought of life before our time, and, like, how people perceived life and what people were thinking of back in the day. You know what I mean? And I love psychology. And that's part of psychology, I feel like. Language and psychology are very close in my mind. But I've actually been interested in reading it, so I'm not mad about it. And I've actually read it a little bit. I'm on page 21. Yeah, I'm pretty crazy. I read all 21 pages. Yeah, no, that's not a lot. I'm not a reader. I never claimed to be a reader. I want to be a reader. Oh, God, I want to be a reader so bad. I want to just be able to sit down and read a book. But my brain's not hardwired like that. I need to be playing Block Blast and watching a podcast all at the same time. And you can't multitask. Apparently, it's not a real thing. People made that up. But it's actually kind of interesting. I am only 21 pages in, but I like it. One of the assignments with the book, I think, was to write down words that you don't know and find the definition of them and write those all down. So I thought that I was good with language. I thought I had a wide vocabulary until I started reading that book. Tell me why every other paragraph there's a new word that I've never heard before. I'm like, what the fuck? What am I reading? Like, this is in another language. I don't know what it means. And I've had to stop and go and look it up right then and there because, like, I don't know what it means in the context even. And most of the time I could just clue it, like, piece it in. But George Orwell was using some big words. He was. I've got a long list in my notes app of words that I don't know from that book. And, you know, I was just going to write down words I didn't know, but one of the parts in it made me have to bring pen to paper, if you will. More like bring my fingers to the screen of my notes app. I typed down one sentence and it was like, he wants to kill her because he can't have sex with her. And that's basically what the character said. That's what the main character said. I forgot the main character's name. It's been a week since I've read on it. But I forgot the main character's name. But the main character was basically, like, the narrator was narrating the main character's thoughts, okay? And there was this girl, and he was like, I hate that girl over there. And I don't know why, but it's just something about her pretty face and that velvet, like, sash. And on the sash, it was, like, anti-sex organization or some shit like that. And she was like, she's wearing it, meaning that she doesn't believe in having sex. She's, like, anti-sex. And the guy's just so mad. He's like, oh my, I just hate her. And then later on, a few minutes later, he's like narrating what he wants to do with her. He's like, I want to tie her naked body to a pole and just strike her with arrows repeatedly. Oh, so you're fucking crazy. Oh, so the thought police do need to go get you, don't they? But after that, after he's, like, done narrating all the gruesome things he wants to do to her, he's like, and then I realized why I was thinking this. It's because I can't touch her tenderness or some shit like that. He put it in a poetic way. George Orwell, you sly dog. But he was like, it's because I could never touch the tenderness of her or some crap like that. Ugh! You freak! Oh, you freak! You want to kill a woman because she doesn't want to do you? Oh my god, somebody lock this man up. He's a nut! God, freak. You freak. And all my friends would be like, well, I think I'm just gonna wait until, like, the end of summer to read it because then it'll be fresher on my mind. And, like, yeah, that's smart. That's a smart thing to do, but I'm the slowest reader I've ever met. It just takes so much, oh my god, it takes so much effort for me to sit myself down and just read. Like, I want to so bad. My god, that book is so interesting, and I just want to read it. I just want to sit and read all of it. But I am the slowest reader ever, and that is so unstimulating. Like, have you ever been watching a video and they just have the slowest speaking tone ever? Like, they take 20 minutes to say a sentence. That's how it feels being trapped in my head. I am the slowest reader ever. I'm like sitting there reading freaking word per minute, and it's just so unstimulating. I get so tired. I'm like, oh my god, can this person speak up? The person's me. Hey, I'm talking about myself like that. I wish I could read as fast as I could talk. I can rap. I am Eminem. I am the next Slim Shady, but I can't read that fast. And it makes me so mad because I wish I could just get through a book. I wish I could just sit down and get through a book, but my mind is a prison. I got how I want to. Trust me, I do. I didn't get a single AR point this past school year. Maybe a few. I think I read one book. And I didn't even finish it. I haven't read a book in its entirety since the 8th grade, probably. The 8th grade! And that's a maybe. That is a maybe. I can't, because there's, like, the only time that I can get myself to read is whenever there's a reading requirement in school. And even then, I never finish the book because it's a reading requirement and I have to have it done in a certain amount of time, and I just can't get done that quick. They're like, 2 weeks. You better have finished a book. Whoa! 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 Fuck you mean 2 weeks? I need 2 months! Minimum! So, as it sits right now, I do have about 2 months to finish 1984, and I am going to be reading it. I want to finish it. I'm going to finish it. I will. I will. This is torture. Torture, I tell you. I'm gonna have to sit down with that book. I'm gonna have to. I can sit for 7 hours working on a diamond art and then follow that with 4 more hours on a cross stitch, but I cannot spend more than 30 minutes on a book. And it makes me so mad. Does anybody else want to be a reader? Is anybody else, like, not able to bring themselves to read? Because I want to. I haven't met a single person with the same thing as me. Or maybe I have and I'm just not listening to them talk to me. I don't know. But I crave to be a book girly. I crave it. I need it. I want it. Deep down in me, I'm sitting down by a window with a candle lit, sipping on an iced coffee, reading a book. But in all reality, I'm sitting in my bed looking like a little buttered up grease ball watching TikToks at 2 a.m. Oh, I'm so pathetic. I just want to read. I want to open up my mind caverns and explore. As a child, I yearned for the books. For the bookshelves. For the library. I've got library cards. I've got a library card. I told myself I'd read. I'm not reading. And I've got books. Oh my god, I'm in the middle of like 3 books right now. I'm in the middle of 1984. I'm in the middle of Good Omens. I'm in the middle of Metamorphosis. And I've got another book that I want to read. Like, I want to read them all so bad. Like, they're so interesting. I'm just such a bad reader. I'm going to have to indulge in audiobooks. And I'm going to have to. And I know it's pathetic and it's sad, but I'm going to have to. If I want to get through a book, I am going to have to sit down with an audiobook. I think the last time that I did finish a book was with an audiobook. In class. I probably slept through half that shit's. Take me back to my prime. Elementary school. I was putting away books like nobody's business, okay? I was reading books every day. It's because children's books are so much more entertaining. Children's books are so much more entertaining. But, like, if I read a child's book now, then I'm going to be looked down upon. And I'd look down upon me, too. Because that's sad. What do you mean I can only read a child's book? Lord help us all. Speaking of pathetic and sad, I forgot what day it was. Somebody give me a job! Oh my god. I'm sad. I'm pathetic and unemployed. I've put in an application or two. I don't remember how many I've put in. It's just all the places that I would want to work at aren't hiring. I forgot the day. Guys. That's sad. I was down in my living room. My dad was like, what are your plans for tonight? And I was like, I don't have any plans. Why would I have plans? And he's like, well, it's Friday. And I was like, it's Friday. I've got my bags packed on my bed. You can't really see it because my bed's out of frame today. But I do have my bags packed and I'm going somewhere. It's probably going to be my mom's. Am I sad? Just tell it to me straight. Am I sad and pathetic? Okay, you don't have to be rude. Damn! Damn, you don't even like me, do you? You hate me. You just hate me. You don't even, why'd you click on this video? What day is it? What day is it? God, how am I supposed to be an adult? Like, how am I? You're telling me by the end of next year I'll be 18? How am I supposed to be an adult? I can't even get a part-time job. I can't even get a part-time job, and you're telling me I'm gonna have to get a full-time job? Somebody kill me now. Somebody kill me now. On the bright side, my AC in my car got fixed. I know. Have fun. I've actually been taking my car in and out of shops all week. Ever since Monday. What's today? Friday. I took my car to a shop on Monday. On Tuesday, I got told that there wasn't gonna, the guy didn't have the parts for it and it'd have to be later. So then I took my shop to an upholstery shop because the upholstery in my car is falling down. And that guy said, we don't have the parts to do it. So we got my car again, okay? Brought it home. Then the guy at the AC shop was like, I've got the parts in, bring her on over to me. So then we took my car to that guy. And then this morning, I had to go and get my car back out of the shop. So, my AC's fixed. Yeah, let's go! We wanted to get my upholstery replaced and renewed, like a whole new deal, because the whole back was falling out. And the guy at the first upholstery shop was like, hey, I don't have all this stuff to do it. We don't have the right upholstery. But I can, tuck the upholstery back up in there and pin it back. And we were like, okay, go ahead, do whatever you want. So he did that, and it looks nice. It looks fine. You can tell that it used to be falling down. There's a little, line where it was falling down. But it's out of my eyes. It's out of my face. It's not in my rearview mirror anymore. So I think we're just gonna, leave it as is. I really don't think that I need to go and get a whole new upholstery, and if it starts to fall down again, or if it gets any worse, then we can go ahead and take it to another upholstery shop. But right now, as it sits, I don't care. I've got my AC back. I've got my car back. Gloria, she's up and running again, and I won't be without AC for this summer. That's freaking good. Have y'all guys seen the stuff about the Trump and Elon breakup? Yeah, it's really sad. I was really rooting for them. I was. They're so cute. That's unfortunate, but it's been funny. I haven't really done a deep dive on it, but I saw a video right before recording, and I decided to write it down in the topics for today. But apparently Elon, outed Trump and was like, the reason that the Epstein files are secret is because Trump is in, an Anybody who's watched the Epstein documentary on Netflix knows that. I feel like a lot of people knew that. Trump's a little freak. Of course he went to Epstein's Island. Of course he went to Epstein's Island and was diddling with little kids. He's a freak. Have you heard that thing that he said about his daughter? Bet you haven't. He said some crap and he was like, Yeah, my daughter, she's really beautiful. And if she wasn't my daughter and she was my age, I'd do her. Of course you would, you little fucking freak. You little freak. I think we need to get somebody in office who isn't as old as time. That would be nice. That would be really nice. I am going to be able to vote next election, and if it's some dumbass old man, I am going to flip out. Because I know I need to vote. I know I need to vote to be able to do good, to be a good person, to do something for our government. But I don't want to have to vote for an 80-year-old man. I'm happy that Trump can't run again, and I'm happy that Biden fell out of the election. I'm happy about both of them being gone. Both of them. Because, by God, I don't need an ancient old dementia, brain-rotted man to be running the government that I have to live under. This is going to be a dictatorship before Trump is out. Fully convinced. That man is psychotic. Hearing half the thing he says, none of it makes sense. None of it correlates with himself. He's babbering. He doesn't know what he's talking about. My boy is an actor. He's an actor who got his wealth handed to him on a silver platter by daddy. He doesn't know what's going on with the government. He doesn't know anything about the government. I'm not saying I do. That's why I'm not running for office, though. Hello? Oh, God. And I've tried to hear out Republicans on why Trump would be a good president, but all I've heard is prices will go down. Because right now, it's not sounding like it, Sharon. It's not. I'm clutching my pearls. Because he's putting tariffs on shit that's going to make it more expensive for us. What the heck? Oh my God. I'm not going to make it past 20. I'm not going to make it past 20. I might not even make it past 16. How about we end it now? Yeah? Yes! Because, good God, I can't have an idiot in office. Don't mind my pimple patch. I've actually just caught reflection of it. Don't mind her. I've got a pimple in my eyebrow, and I just, I couldn't pop it, so I was like, okay, we're gonna put a pimple patch on it. Don't mind that. I meant to address that earlier. I just remembered it. I'm emotional. No. Another thing that's been really yanking my tail. I went over to my aunt's house the other day, and I was walking away from her, and she was talking to my mom, and she was like, why does she look 5 years older than she did last week? Hey, Queen. I can hear you. You might be deaf, but I'm not yet, babe. What the fuck? I'm young. I'm youthful, and I'm filled with whimsy and joy. I have a childlike type of whimsy that nobody understands. Look at me. I'm a child, hey. Hey, I'm 16. That's rude. That could have really hurt my feelings. It didn't. But it totally could have. And whenever she said that, I stopped, I turned around, I went, I heard that. And she laughed. Hey, I've got a gun. I'm gonna unalive you with my gun that I have. That I'm going to use on you. So think about that next time you call me ugly and old. I want to get old. I want to age, and I want to have the beauty that comes with aging. Gray hairs and wrinkles and smile lines. It's all so appealing to me. I want that. I want to grow old. I want to be able to look back and be like, oh my gosh, my youthful years, and then continue to look forward. I am so excited for those days. But that's not right now. Okay? Okay, I look young. Hey, I look young. I don't look old. I look young. That reminds me of all the TikTokers, the little 10-year-old TikTokers talking about, yes, you can. Yes, you can. No, I can't fuck with a 2020 because you're 5 years old. I would catch a case, ho. But stay safe out there. What are you talking about? 2014, like, yes, you can. Yes, you can. No, I can't. I don't want to. I don't want to. It's not a good thing to look old for your age. It's not. Like, what do you mean you're 11 and you look like you're 20? Hey, Queen, go play with some Barbie dolls. Whenever I was 11, I was still playing with Barbie dolls. And look at me. Youthful as ever. I'm going to be the hottest 40-year-old you've ever seen. Mark my words. The dust flying by. God, it's calling me ancient. Another thing that I've been thinking about is how everyone should be nice to their sibling. I don't feel like it's that hard. Yeah, I understand. I'm an older sibling, of course. This is coming from an older sibling. I understand your younger sibling can be annoying, and I used to get heated. I used to be like, oh my god, get out of my room! Stop. No, I don't want to play. Stay away from me. But just be nice to him, maybe. Like, I've changed, and now I'm purely nice. I'm an angel. I'm purely nice to my brother. Anytime I have to talk to him, it's most of the time me being kind. Unless I'm, like, telling him something that Dad said, then he thinks I'm being a bitch. But that's just, like, I can't do anything about that. But the other day, I had some chocolate, and I was like, man, I really don't want this other piece. But I already got it out, and I was like... And so I went into my brother's room, and I knocked on the door, and he was like, yeah? And I went in, he was playing video games with his little friends, and I was like, hey, do you want a piece of chocolate? And he said, oh, yeah, please. He said in a little voice, he said, oh, yes, please. That's how we play with each other. We're so funny. We do a little voice. And I said, you're welcome, Pookie. He said, thank you. And I walked away. That was the only thing that I had to say to him. And he didn't question it. He wasn't like, did you spit on this? Where's it been? You know, because he knows that I love him. And I think that if you are kind to your sibling, like, this is mainly for older siblings. If you're kind to your younger sibling, it'll reflect off of them because they look up to you. At the end of the day, whether you believe it or not, they look up to you. And they also like to copy. So if I'm nice to him, then he'll be nice to me. The only time my brother's ever really been rude to me was after I got done picking on him really hard. And then he just gets downright hateful. So take some accountability with your little siblings. At the end of the day, you're like another mother to them. Or another father if you're a man. Anyways. But I think it's just so sad whenever I hear people talking about how their little sibling or like even their older sibling, they're like, me and my brother just don't get along, or me and my sister, we just hate each other. And I think it's so sad because a sibling bond is like, that is family. Like, that is the closest bond you could ever have. If I had to choose between anybody and my little brother, I'm picking my little brother every time. My brother, he is the closest thing to me. We come from the same place, babe. Made of the same blood. That's my family, dude. He's had my back through thick and thin. I've never questioned that little man's love for me. I really won't. And I think if y'all don't have a good relationship with your sibling, you should really try to rekindle it. And I know it's different for everybody. If they are just, like, evil, I understand it. But if it's just a kid, man, it's just a kid. And I love my brother. And I wish everybody could have a good relationship like me and him. Anyway, something that I've got coming up this evening, well, the evening for me recording, I'm going to an art walk. I've never been to an art walk before, but my friends have, and they say it's fun, and I got invited. I'm gonna third wheel on my favorite couple. My girl Sylvia and her boyfriend. That is my favorite couple to third wheel because I feel loved. I'm their child, and I love them both. I like my mom a little bit more, though. Man, they've got a place in my heart. God, anytime I go out to eat with them, because they have invited me out to eat with them, I am their child, okay? Sylvia may be younger than me, but man, that's my mom. Don't you dare be mean to her. But I'll go out to eat with them, or I'll go watch a movie with them, or anything. And I don't feel like I'm third wheeling at all. I feel like mama y papa. I feel like family. And I can't say that I've ever third wheeled with anybody else and felt that way. And I know, oh my god, I know people would hate to third wheel on me and my boyfriend. Like, I'm obsessed. I'm sorry. I'd hate to third wheel with me and my boyfriend, though. And I don't blame anybody for feeling that way about us. But, man, you've got to have that couple that you can third wheel with. It makes you feel special. I feel like they're a special little guy. I love them. Oh my god, I'm so excited. And you know, I don't hear much from Dad. But he's a chill guy from what I've heard from Mom. But the other day, I was talking to Sylvia, and she was like, yeah, we were wanting to go to an art walk, but we felt like it'd be kind of boring just us, and I asked Caleb who he'd want to invite, and he said he'd want to invite you. Oh, my dad loves me! Okay, I'll come. Okay, I guess I'll come. They invited me to go play Pokemon with them, but I don't know how to play Pokemon. I don't want to look like a fool in front of Dad. Me and him aren't really that close yet. No, we're close. Me and him, we're chill. But I didn't want to look like a fool in front of him. I get a little embarrassed. I can only look like a fool in front of Sylvia. But let me say I'm excited. But I did hear that it gets kind of tiring after about 30 minutes because it's just a lot of walking. I mean, it's in the name, so I kind of expected that. I'm going to put on my best pip steppers, and I'm going to go. I'm excited, though. Speaking of art, have that. But I've been really into the Beatles. And whoa. I'm sorry, that second one was rude. I haven't listened to all their music, Lord knows, because they've got a lot. And maybe one day I'll get to that point where I've listened to all of it. But I listen on cycle probably about 30 of their songs, and I feel like that's a pretty good number, right? I would call myself a Beatles fan. I've got a Beatles shirt, not with me. Right now I'm wearing my Pink Floyd shirt. I also like Pink Floyd. But I've been really into the Beatles, and I just felt like y'all should know that. Because I love you guys. But some of my favorites, gonna be Yellow Submarine, and classic. It's also going to be Strawberry Fields. Yeah. Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. That's a good one. Maxwell's Silver Hammer. That's the one that really kicks me off into the Beatle world, I will say. Her Majesty. Okay, that song may be just shy of 30 seconds. That is one of my favorite Beatles songs, and I cherish it. I keep it close to my heart. Okay? And I don't care what any of y'all say. It's beautiful. And I love it. Okay? Let me do a little demo for you. Her Majesty's a pretty nice girl, but she doesn't have a lot to say. Bum, 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 bum. Her Majesty's a pretty nice girl, but she changes from day to day. I want to tell her that I love her a lot, but I kind of got a belly full of wine. Her Majesty's a pretty nice girl. Someday I'm going to make her mine. Oh, yeah. Someday I'm going to make her mine. That was a sped up version. Speed up reverb. Times 2 reverb. And then slowed at the end. Boom, boom, boom. But I love it. Oh my god. I've liked that one for a long time too. I also like Blackbird. That's a classic though. Like that's a classic. Stone Cold, okay? Everybody knows Blackbird. Blackbird singing in the dead of night. Take these broken... And then, there's a lot of different things that could come after that. Take these broken wings and learn to fly all your life. My phone is being blown up right now, and I'm a little bit distracted. It's like 20 notifications just came up on my phone, and they're still coming. I'm scared. I don't know what's going on. But I'm terrified. I'm waiting. I'm expecting to hear a red alert. Bombs are being sent to your house right now. Guys, watch my back. We're going to move on to the Monster of the Week. Yes, the Monster of the Week. Okay, guys. Pitch in your votes. What do you think it's going to be? What do you think it's going to be? You're right. Yeah, it was Ultra Strawberry Dreams. You are correct. That, girl, I've preached my praises about her enough. Speaking of preaching praises, I went to church the other day. It's like that one comment in TikTok comments. It's like the guy with the white background, the white shirt. So, me in a church? Well, freaky. Yeah, I didn't see it coming either. I actually enjoyed myself, too. I know. Odd. But, I mean, I love the environment of a church, and I've known that. Like, the people in it are always real sweet. It's just, like, it's such a... Christianity, it brings you with such a tight-knit community, and it's nice. It's nice to feel like you belong somewhere. And I wish that, like, there was other things that made you feel that close to people, but really the only thing that's going to bring you that close to people is going to be religion at the end of the day. And it was nice to feel, like, involved in something. I was there for probably about 2-3 hours. It wasn't like their actual service. It was my boyfriend's church. It wasn't like their actual service. They had that in the morning, but that evening they were having dinner and everything and doing commune. Is that the word for it? Sorry, I don't really know. But it's where you get a little bit of grape juice and then a cracker that they call bread. That tastes really bad. Both of them do. I hate grape juice. It's always grape juice. It's always grape juice. God. But you know, had to do it. But, you know, then after we did all that, they had a few people say some words, and then we just went and we ate and hung out. And, you know, my version of hanging out is playing Block Blast, where I watch my boyfriend play volleyball with some kids. It was a good time. It was a good time. And after my boyfriend got hit in the nose with a football a few times, he came, sat down, we were just talking, and I was like, man, these seats are so uncomfortable. And he's like, do you want to go sit in your car? And I was like, I thought you'd never ask. So we went to my car for probably about the last 30-40 minutes of the church family hangout. I don't know. And we just talked, you know, me and him, we just talked, and it was really nice. It was really nice, I feel like. Because, you know, obviously me and my boyfriend talked, but, you know, it was late, and we just got done hanging out for, like, the whole day, basically. And you feel closer to somebody after, I don't know, I got let into something that he loves. He loves it, and he cares about it at the end of the day. I mean, it's his religion, it's his God. And, you know, obviously you're going to feel closer to somebody. I mean, they let you in. And so we just sat and we talked. We went all the way back to childhood and, like, some of our favorite movies and toys whenever we were a kid and stuff like that. And it was nice. It was really nice. I enjoyed it. And I didn't think I would. I really didn't think I would. I thought that I'd just feel awkward and out of place, and I thought that I'd hate it. But it was actually really nice. And I'd totally do it again if he asked me to. I really can't think of much else to say, if I'm going to be honest. That's all that's been going on with me. God, I gotta film a whole nother podcast episode. I might wait a few days on that one. Something else, actually, I just thought of. I've been going to Walmart so much lately. I've gone to Walmart 3 times in the past week, I think. I don't know. All the days have been kind of blurring together. There was, man, so many Walmart trips. I regret nothing at the end of the day. I got some chapstick. It came in a 4-pack. I've got the other one in my pocket. This is going to be EOS. They have lotion, and the lotion was the only thing that I've ever heard of from them. But I saw that chapstick, and I was like, hey, I trust that lotion. I gotta trust the chapstick. Tried and true, man. This stuff smells amazing, and it's, like, so moisturizing. Oh, God. Get on this chapstick. It treats you good. Have you seen those videos? And it's like the lipstick, and it's like how each woman does their lipstick, and like they have the divots. I'm trying to do that with this bad boy. You see that? Oh, she's kind of got a divot in her already. Yeah, I'm pretty cool like that. Anyways, I think that's gonna be it for this episode. I hope y'all enjoyed. I hope to see you in next episode. If you did enjoy, please do hit that like button. Maybe leave a comment. I love reading you guys' comments. They're so fun. And maybe even subscribe and hit that notification bell if you're feeling crazy. Know whenever I'm posting and all that. And I will see you next time. Bye.
Thank you for watching. I really hope you enjoyed the episode tonight.